Good morning. We're back. Third installment of the Monday Motivational Message with Mr. McLean here. And this week, I'm going back to one that we've shared before, and that is new normal. I've heard this a number of times. I've heard it from governors. I've heard it from people in the medical field. I've heard it from a variety of people, even people on social media who are, sharing their thoughts. And so this is something that has been coming up over and over and over again as a theme for us during this time. And the moving boxes that you see in the picture remind me from when I was in middle school and my family moved from Minnesota to Pennsylvania. And boy, how that just shook my normal. Growing up in a small farming town of 700 people, where just about everybody worked in the agricultural industry, to a suburb of Philadelphia, in Pennsylvania, where it was upper middle class. And I think I've shared this with just about everybody in class, walking into school. And I was wearing cowboy boots, and I had those. I would wear overalls and t-shirts, and it was just not what everybody else was wearing, and just really different. I realized immediately that I was in a new normal. What's unusual about that, though, from what we're experiencing, is that was a new normal just for me and for my family. In many ways. Today, we're all experiencing a new normal together. This is something this is a shared experience. It reminds me a little bit of back at 9/11, for those, and many of those in school here hadn't been born yet. But it does remind me of 9/11, where we all had this shared experience and we all felt like we were in it together. But things changed. I remember growing up that when we went to the airport to pick somebody up, we'd all walk right up to the gate and watch the airplane land and taxi up to the gate and hug people as they got off the plane. These days, you can't get past the check-in point, and you have to wait for people to come out, and a lot of times just wait for people at baggage claim. It's definitely different. Flying is a lot different. The borders are different. Again, I remember as growing up, visiting my grandparents, we'd always go into Canada to go out to eat, go bowling, things like that, because they lived right on the border. And we would just go up to the border. We'd tell them, hey, we're here to go out to eat and go bowling, and great, have a good time and come back. Today you have to have passports or pass cards, and things changed. Something else about 9/11 is we have this constant war on terror going on, and we're constantly having people deployed overseas, and we all know somebody or have heard of people, friends who have been deployed, and it's become a new normal for everybody. And kind of that's where we're at. We're all experiencing this new normal. There's a couple of things I want to share with you about this new normal that are very similar to what I shared before, and that good or bad, it's going to require the right attitude. If we're unwilling to accept some of the way things are going to be, it's going to be impossible for us to move forward. I mean, let's face it, some things are going to change. I don't know what all those are, and I think I'm just as anxious about it as you are about what those changes are going to look like. But in some ways, there are some things that are going to change. The way that we do things, maybe the way that we greet people, or the way that we go shopping, or whatever it might be. And the sooner we embrace those, the sooner we have a good attitude about the things that need to happen, not just for us, but for everybody around us, the sooner we'll be able to move on and move forward with what's going on. A second thing is we need to look at this as an opportunity. New normals are opportunities. I know when I was in middle school and moving from one state to another, I didn't view it as an opportunity. I viewed it as torture. It was my parents hate me. I didn't like where we had moved to. Lost all my friends. Trying to make friends again. It was very difficult. But at the same time, slowly over time, I began to see, hey, it's a new opportunity. It's a new opportunity um, to meet new people, to play new sports, to get involved with a new school and what that involved. New neighborhood, a new house, new experiences, places I never had ever been before. Going to the shore and seeing the ocean. New opportunities. I think when we look at this quarantine, this new normal going on. Hopefully, just the quarantine for a time, but this whole experience may be a little extended. Look at it as an opportunity. I've read a lot of journals coming in from students, and spending a lot of more time with family. That's an opportunity. How are you building your relationship with your family? Opportunity, more time to learn new skills. What new things are you learning? I've learned how to use this video format. Watch a couple YouTube videos, got it set up, play with it for a little while, and learn a new video program to capture video. You need to view this time as an opportunity. What are you learning? How are you making yourself better? I challenged you with that last week, because truly it is an opportunity to learn something new, to make yourself better. We can't fall into the trap of just being content and saying it is what it is and I can't do anything about it. You need to find those things that you can do and chase those things down and get busy with life in the areas that you can. So I trust that as you are feeling your way through this new normal, as you're settling into the new normal, that you don't come complacent and just I just can't do anything. I hope you are looking around you, exploring new opportunities to learn some new things, grow relationships with family that you hadn't before, and trust that, again, like I shared last week, you're making yourself a better person with all this time. In the end, I'm probably like many of you. I don't know what things are going to look like, and it creates some anxiety. There's a lot of unknowns still, and I think the best thing that we can do is stay connected the best we can, talk about them, and working with each other, we can get through this together. Well, I trust you have a good week, and I trust that you're getting some of your homework done and getting that turned in. I know the teachers are working on some new things in a week or two for you. Make sure you check in with your teachers. Make sure you check in, give them an update on your work. Check out the school's Facebook page and the announcements and things that are going on every day. Make sure you're participating in that stuff. It's all good. And maybe that's part of the new normal. All right. So take care, and we'll see you next week.